Hello and welcome. For this tutorial we're going to be making a cutoff in Fusion360. This part is definitely a little bit more advanced than the parts that we've done so far in Fusion. So take your time with it, and I'll do the best I can explaining it. There are definitely quite a few geometries in here, and things that you may look at once and think that it's not gonna work, but then you start putting it all together and it indeed does work. With that said, I'm going to begin with this piece over here. So we are in metric, so like usual, we have to check to make sure I am in millimeters, so we're good there. I do want to save it as cutoff, and from here, I'm gonna build that original plate, that 150 by 84 plate. So that's kind of the first thing that I was hung up on a little bit, is the 84. But I'm assuming this is in the middle, so, and it's called 42, and then this side over here is 42. So we're going to make that 150 by 84, and we're going to make it from the top. So we're like looking down, and I'm actually going to use this center circle as the center. So I'm going to start with a rectangle. I'm actually going to do a center rectangle, so I'll specify the center point, and then I'll go from there. Dimension this out. So this is going to be 150. This will be 84. And if you want, you can actually just go ahead and create that center circle too. And that is okay, so now kind of have to do some looking around here. So 3 times, so the 20, right? So these 20, I'm going to assume that it's these 3 up here, and then it says here 3 times 24, so 1, 2, 3, right? The ones that are on your top plane, laying flat, those are the ones that they're going to group together, and just like this, they grouped those together. And you can't use it by eye, because I mean, this circle actually looks bigger than this hole, right? This hole looks bigger than this hole, but you can't really go off of that because it is a perspective, it's a pictorial drawing. So so our hole here is going to be 24 in diameter, and then we can extrude this base up, and it's going to be a new body of 16 millimeters. So that's our plate right there. So now we can start with this little L shape coming up, and sketch, and I'm going to draw on this surface, and I'm just going to kind of draw out some lines, and I don't have to be exact at this point, but closer you are the better. And then this comes out over there, and it's going to come down, and so it's going to be about a 44, and then come over here, and then down. Okay, so I'm going to just start dimensioning out some pieces of this. So this is 42, put 2 holes. So 2 holes. One there, one there, and they're equal to each other. And they are 20. And then from here to there is 82. Oop. Yeah, let me go about that a different way before we do that. I'm going to make this a actually, hold on here. Make this a circle, center point to there, and then dimension that. And that is going to be 44, because we're going, so it doesn't identify it here, but it identifies it here. It says 3 times R22. So 3 times 1, 2, 3, right? So that's going to be 44. And then I can do some trimming. And I'm just going to make a construction line that goes through. Goes through those points like that. And then I can dimension this to be 82. And now I can make a coincident with like so. And then I'm going to dimension from here to here as 70. This is going to be a fillet over here, and that is going to be 22 radius. And I need to coincide those two, and I need to make sure that I'm tangent here, and I look good. So again, the black geometry is what we're looking for, and we have it, right? So make sure that you have all the tangencies where they're tangent, the fillet where the fillet needs to be, and you should be good. So now from here I'm going to extrude it, and we're making the assumption, unless it tells us different, that this plate is 16 millimeters. So I'm going to extrude it. In the negative direction, so negative 16, and we are joining, and we are good. Alright, now I'm going to do a similar tactic for this piece here. So I'm gonna go around to this side now and make my geometries. So create sketch there, line. I'm going to start with this one, and it's about 28, and then it's going to veer off, like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. doesn't give me the 28, but I think it is safe to assume that it is 28. And then it goes up. Like so. And I'm going to make a circle. Oops. Actually make these parallel with each other. And I'll finish them off. Make my circle. Do some trimming like I did before. These need to be tangent. This circle, dimension 44. Oh no, 22. There we go. This needs to be 20. This needs to be 28. This needs to be 82. I'm going to trim this piece here. Almost there, and then this size here is 8, so from here to there is 8, and that should give us what we need, although that's maybe I need to get rid of that parallel constraint. Let's go back to that parallel constraint. There we go. Delete that line. Select. We'll go over here with it. Line from there to here. Although that needs to be tangent. And so I have, let's see what I have here. So I got the 8 millimeter, I have the 28, I have the 82, I have the 22, I have the 20. So what I am seeing is that it must be, this one must be 28. 28. Otherwise, it's not a finished, it's not a fully defined. So that looks good. It's lined up with the other holes, so that makes sense. So this 28 piece must be all the way over. Because there's no indication that these are parallel. Okay, so that's what we're going to assume here. Now I am going to extrude this in the other direction, so -16, and I joined, and we're good. So one thing I noticed is this needs to be 59 from this piece, so I'm just going to inspect that to make sure. And it's not. So I'm actually going to go back to the original sketch. So down here, and close that first. And I am going to, instead of have that snapped on there, I'm just going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to have a circle. It's not going to be directly in the center here, so dimension, dimension, and that's going to be 42. And then from here, here is going to be 16 plus 59. 16 plus 59. Oh, it is, yeah. Oh, it is in the center. Oh, whoops. Okay, so never mind. Scratch that. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, so 16 plus 59 is 75, which is half of the 150. My bad. Alright, we're good. So now we're going to just continue and finish off this part here. So for that, I am going to basically just extrude out. Let's think about it. So I could make a plane, or I could extrude like a sheet out. That's 16. I could extrude a sheet out from here, and then cut into it. So what I think I'm going to do is make a plane. And it's just it'll line up with here, and I'll just be able to, I'll draw it out and go from there. So construct offset plane, and I'm going to choose actually I'm going to choose a plane through two edges. So I'm going to choose this, I'm going to choose this, and no, that's not what I want. So let's go to yeah, actually I could use an offset plane. I'm just going to offset from here, and I'm going to offset it a distance of 28 plus 16, right? So 28 to the top here, right? We're assuming that's the top, and then 16 for the bottom piece. So offset, it's going to be negative 28. Minus 16. There we go. So now it should go directly through the corners there, and it does. Cool. Create a sketch, and I'm going to create a sketch on that plane, and then I can start. Creating a line, and if it doesn't allow me to draw on that, I'm going to have to press P to project, and I want to project this point, and I want to project this point. So I'm going to use those. So now I can connect these. And now I'll snap to the top here. And I'm just going to draw the first line there. And then come up on the back here. Same deal. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Sometimes it snaps to things that you don't want, and then it just creates issues. So just get out of it if it does that. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to create a fillet. Let me just connect these. Alright. So, so the first thing is the sketch fillet here, which has a radius of 16. And then I have another one over there, which is 30. And I'm going to create a circle here, kind of like what I did before. Dimension that to 60, I believe. Yep, because radius of 30, so this has to be the 60. And then I'm going to trim, make these lines tangent to this, tangent to that, and create a circle here with a dimension of 24. And a circle over there with a dimension of 24. Dimension from there to there. 70. Oop. Failed to solve. I wonder why that is. Okay. Not allowing me to move it. Dimension 70. Okay, let me just get rid of this first, and then I'm going to see if that'll let me do 70 now. Yeah, okay, it should. And then let's close this off and make that tangent, make this tangent, and now make this a fillet, and that needs to be 16. Okay, so it allowed us to do it in reverse. I don't know why, but it did. Okay, so that's 16. This is 24. This is 60. That's 30. Okay, and then this is from here to here is 54. Yeah, so that's already 54. And then 84 from here to here good. So we're fully defined. Everything's black. So now all we have to do is extrude it. Extrude, and that's going to be 16. And we are joining. And okay. So there you have it. You have your cutoff. I'm just going to assign it a material. So if you want to check your mass, to make sure that you have the correct mass, which would mean that you have the correct part, drop that out there, close it out, right click, properties, and I got a mass of 1,571 grams. So I know that was a little clunky, but just play it back a few times. Don't worry about that circle that is in the center. I got a little paranoid and went back and did some simple math and realized it was in the center, because 59 plus 16 is 75, which is half of 150. So yeah, so take it slow, repeat it as many times as you need to, but it does come out, and it comes out right. So good luck.